If you're a comedian on the show tonight, please meet out front for a comedian meeting where we meet. Thank you.
I think that'll be like the everybody in Baytown or Springfield Township. Last name is Byron, Stacy. It's gonna be hard to find. That's the thing is, none of the gas that we were going on the integration wire was hooked up in the air. And it never happened because the wires are still rubber coated. So you couldn't get on the end. We had to slide figure out
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Go Bananas Pro-Am, baby! Wednesday night, let me make some noise, Daddy! Couple quick announcements before we get the show started. Please turn those cell phones on silent. Don't heckle the comedians, and keep that table talk to a minimum, or you will be asked to leave. With that out of the way, make some noise for all your friends and family you came to see tonight! And please help me welcome to the stage the very funny, the very talented Gretchen Schultz!
Hello, Go Bananas! Oh, you guys seem happy. We happy? We feeling good? Hell yeah. Well, my name is Gretchen Schultz, as he said, and I'm super excited about tonight. I got my Pro-Am boots on, my shoes, my little sneaks. I called them boots, but they are sneakers. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting actually. They're running shoes, but I have a high chance of tripping in them. I don't know. I got the thick boys on tonight, pretty happy about it. I do really like wearing platform shoes because I'm taller than all the creeps that hit on me. Oh yeah, I feel pretty powerful. Also, they make for a great squatty potty, portable squatty potty. Anywhere I go, perfect shit. Anywhere. This bathroom, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say this, it might sound a little controversial, but here we go. I think balloons are a weird gift to give to somebody. Balloons, yeah, it's just a sack of air, right? What the fuck is that about? Oh, and then we tie it to a string, like that makes it better? I mean, it helps, you know? Because, like, you have to hold on to it, otherwise it floats away, right? It's like a responsibility. What the? You're giving me trash and a responsibility? That's too much. What the fuck? I also think flowers are weird, you know? Flowers are a weird thing to give to somebody. Because it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry your cat died. Let's see how long you can keep these alive, huh? What the hell? But I will say flowers are a much better gift than balloons, right? For sympathy specifically. Because I can't like show up to a funeral of like a drowned boy with a bunch of balloons. That would be not cool. Because what would I do? I guess I'd have to go up to the parents like, hey, look, I know your son could have used the air in these earlier, but here you go. Don't let him float away, like your son. Too dark? Speaking of drowning, you guys remember Hurricane Katrina? Yeah, it was a bad hurricane, but it did have a really cool name, Katrina. That's a cool name for a hurricane. I think so. It's better than what they're naming them now, because I read about a Hurricane Nicole. What the fuck? I know a Nicole. I've never met a Nicole that's been wet. How can that be the name of a hurricane? Have you? Do you know a wet Nicole? Yeah, I didn't think so. They're not wet. I think that we gotta fix these names. We gotta make them cooler. I think we could start with this room. Like, what's your name? Aaron. Hurricane Aaron. That's a dry hurricane, I'm sorry. What's your name? Paige. Dry as fuck. That's so bad. Hurricane Paige, could you imagine? No, I think we gotta fix these names. I think that we should start naming hurricanes the way that trans people name themselves. I think that's the way. Yeah. Have like a Hurricane Zephyr, huh? Or how about Tropical Storm, huh? Yeah, I did switch to a tropical storm. That's because it can identify as whatever kind of hurricane it wants to, okay? Yeah. And if you think about it, most states that have hurricanes tend to be pretty transphobic, right? Think about it, like Florida, Texas. I mean, come on, these states are not gonna want a trans hurricane railing through their town. They're not. They would look at that hurricane and be like, that disaster is not natural. Yeah. But Hurricane Rain with two N's doesn't give a shit what you think. And then when it's done, it leaves a big old rainbow. Yeah. Gay. I've been told lately that I'm coming out of my shell, and I don't like that. Because if you think about it, things in a shell they need to stay in their shell, right? I mean, come on, what's cuter, a snail or a slug, right? You'd rather see a snail in public, I think, right? Think about a turtle outside of its shell. That's disgusting. Is that what you're calling me, coming out of my shell? I'm like that turtle that's probably dead. Why is it out of its shell? A taco meat falling out of the taco shell, is that me? A guy walking out of a Shell gas station, is that me? I don't know. You guys weren't on board with that. But that's okay. I have one more for you guys. Spray bottles, how you can't really read what setting they're on, right? It's hard. And then when I do see it, I'm like, okay, well, but does the O and the N stand for on or no? No! Okay, guys, that's been it for me. All right, you ready to get this show keeping rolling? We got a great lineup of comedians. Keep it going for your next comedian, Austin Parks. Where's Austin Parks?
y'all. I'm Austin Parks. Can I get some celebratory claps going for Black History Month? You know, somebody had to say that shit. You know, somebody had to. Look, if y'all from Ohio or Cincinnati, per se, I went to Lakota West. And yeah, and it was a pretty white area. So now I'm dating my first black girl, and she really don't let me live that shit down. She'd be like, you just like them. I'd be like, I didn't grow up there. That's not where I started. You know, so that's why I got the Timbs on. That's why I got the balaclava, you know. So you know, you can kind of be scared of me because I do got a white voice. So you know, I'm not very intimidating. I remember playing Xbox when I was fucking 13 on Modern Warfare and shit. I'd be like, yeah, bro. Yeah, fuck your mom, bro. They'd be like, but I had to say this. I'd be like, you a bitch, nigga. They'd be like, you can't say that. I'm like, yeah. I'd be sending motherfuckers my whole ass Facebook. I'd be getting their numbers, sending them my face like I'd be trying so hard to prove I'm black. So hard. It's rough out here, I'm telling you. You gotta meet the standard. Cause like, there's Jeezy, then there's Kanye. And there's really no in between. It's like either you're a thug or you're fucking crazy. I mean, shit. Give me a little clapping. I just got a big boy job today, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I've been working in restaurants lately. Let me tell you what I like about restaurants. Hispanics. Boy, you learn so much fucking Spanish. First off, they talk so much shit, and you don't know what they saying, so you just talk the shit back, and they don't know what you're saying. But the craziest thing is, me and my girl was working at this restaurant together, and all they did was try and holler at her. So there was one dude, I was like, yo, why you always trying to get with my girl? He said, no, I'm not trying to get with your girl, I don't know, no. I was like, why? I was offended. I was like, she bad, dude. Come on, like I need some competition. I want the smoke right now. Like, it's really rough back there. You know, like, I mean, all I know is como estás, como te llamas, bien, y tú. Shit, like, I mean, it's really hard. The motherfuckers, they start saying pinche and shit, and I'm like, I don't know, we lost me. Shit. Let me tell y'all. Look, I don't know why the fuck every time I come here, I be throwing this shit on my silent fucking purse. I'm getting nervous. I don't know. I'm trying to utilize the stage space and shit. It's rough. Look, let me tell y'all. I love white people, man. I should have started off with this like when I was doing the Black History Month shit. But you gotta round it out, you know? But listen, I love white people because y'all so crazy. like, look, white people be doing they dumb shit, I ain't gonna lie. Every now and then you don't hear me saying that nigga crazy. But you hear me say that nigga crazy more so to white people, I swear to God. The shit y'all end up on the news for is fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know why y'all be putting yourselves in these situations. And I just be, you know, every now and then, you know, I say a prayer for y'all. But, you know, I got a baby, I gotta pray for myself and shit. But, that's my time. Y'all, thank y'all for paying attention to me and shit. Give it up for Josh Allen.
Make some noise for Austin, man. Thanks for the prayers. We fucking need them. Guys, I'm gonna start out the set. It's in a fitting way because he just fucked up my name. Josh Allen is in fact Pro Bowl quarterback from the Buffalo Bills. I am a poor, white, open mic comedian. I'm Jeff Allen, okay? I'm Jeff Allen. I hate telling people that's my name because it is one of the most basic names in American history. It sounds like something that Chinese people put in a white people named generator. It's rough. I want my name to be Phoenix Lyric or some shit like, you know what I mean? Like Ocean Poussey. That's French. My name's Jeff Allen. I was actually named after NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, if you're familiar with. Yeah. White guy in the folder bill's like, fuck yeah. I knew I liked him, honey. Nah, man, something about my dad came super fast. Like record timing. Really fast, guys. I'm just happy that my name was Jeff. They like Jeff Gordon, and they didn't like Dale Earnhardt. Because I don't want to be named Dale looking like this. Like the proudest boy, you know? Can't go, guys. I cannot go. I'm Jeff Allen, by the way. Just gotta keep you guys up to speed. I don't think they knew what I would look like when they named me this. Like every white guy ever. Like the starting Wii character. Like if you get a video game and have no coins to buy anybody else, you get Jeff Allen. All right? The other day someone told me I look like I collect stamps. Kind of pissed off about that. Because I did, but I collected stamps, but they were food stamps, all right? We were struggling. It's deceiving. I look like I have a good credit score. But my mom really liked Kid Rock, and those don't really line up, guys. My mom, she raised me in a rough area, all right? We were poverty-stricken. She was 17 when she had me, uneducated, lazy eye. She's 6 foot, she'll fuck you up. My friends actually made fun of me a lot when I grew up. For my mom's lazy eye, they called her a monster. That's one of my friends, guys. But I mean, she did used to tickle me like, ah! So they had a point, but still as my mom, she did the most that she could for us growing up in poverty. She had 4 more kids for some fucking reason, but she tried her best to provide, and I respected that. Until my perspective changed, and she got caught laundering money from the Girl Scouts of America. She kept the money and the cookies. My mom was the cookie monster, go bananas. Ah! It all made sense, guys, all at once. She used to leave me with a felon when she used to go to work. It was my dad, but still, it was a rough way growing up, all right? From a genetic cesspool, guys. Absolutely. That's why I wear this Hawaiian shirt, because they make white trash sparkle. I come from baldness, mental illness, little penises. All right. Appropriate part to get the light at, I'm not gonna lie. Feels like, get the fuck off stage, homeboy. Now, I actually started calling my penis the vaccine. Well, because you're skeptical at first, right? But I'll give you $100 to take it. My girlfriend actually hates that joke, go bananas. Absolutely hates it. Because for her, it's mandated. I am Jeff Allen, one more time, go bananas. Thank you so much. Much love all the way from Dayton. Please keep this amazing energy we built for the spectacular Zach Hans!
How you guys doing? This is probably the wrong question to ask, but are you guys ready for the Super Bowl?
No!
Me either. If I had to choose, I was gonna say the Eagles or the Bengals, because I fucking love animal fights.
Hell yeah!
I love animal fights. Plus, we already have a long storied history of 49ers versus Chiefs. And if you don't get that joke, you don't know what the 49ers are about. Did you know that the 49ers are based on 1850 when California had all this land, started finding all this gold? They said, hey, any of you miners out there want to make some money? Come on down to California. And you guys, that started a long, nearly 175-year tradition in California of soliciting miners. And stay on the theme of pedophiles, did you guys know they wanted to call themselves MAPS 2 years ago? What's MAPS? Minor attracted people, people attracted to minors. If you didn't hear about that, that's how quickly we unanimously said, fuck you. But we should reconsider this shit, guys. Because now when we go to hunt a pedophile down, we could be going on a map quest. Something to do. And you know, Disney, how many of you guys love Disney? How many of you got Disney Plus? We'll go there. I got some fun facts for you. Did you guys know they bought Pornhub? You didn't hear about it because they did it through their subsidy, ESPN, because they're more capable of handling mitts and balls. But people ask, why would Disney buy Pornhub? How many of you have been on Pornhub? Yeah. And you know what's big. It's all in the family. So Disney, why would you buy Pornhub? It's logistical sense. You want to buy the one place in America the family still comes together. Maybe I'm bitter, because Disney sets us up for these false expectations on what relationships are going to be, right? You go into it watching thinking you and 7 of your homies are going to date one girl, but it doesn't happen. It can, and if you doubt me, it's a kink shame. But like, all my exes hate me. I don't know why. You know, I go by the blocks. There's only one ex that I truly like had an issue with. You know, she used to grind my gears, really chat my fucking ass. For one reason and one reason only. She was a germaphobe. And if you've ever been around those people, they're a lot. And I never understood why the fuck she liked me, because if I had to describe myself in 3 things, trash person, dirty comic, German. 3 for 3. But she liked me. And the thing she did that really bugged me is like, before she would eat, she'd spend like anywhere from an hour to 2 hours disinfecting the area before she'd eat. So like I said, she used to really chat my ass. Now let's see if I lose all this good favor I've won. Abortion's a pretty hot topic right now. Not the store Hot Topic, although a lot of people that go to Hot Topic tend to be pro-choice. And I base this solely on every girl that wears a Nirvana shirt typically says, never mind in utero. But I don't understand. Thank you. But I can simplify the abortion debate for us because it's just a pissing match. Abortion is a lot like the McRib. Neither are good for you. Nobody wants that shit till it's unavailable. And ultimately, a clown's going to tell you whether you can have it or not. All right, thank you. That's my time. Keep that energy going for this next comic who just got back from going all around America. Give it up for Giles Chickering.
I'm not allowed to leave the state right now, so I don't want to throw him under the bus, but according to several courts in Hamilton County, he's a fucking liar. So, that's true. What do you guys been thinking about when you're not at the comedy show? What do you guys got cycling around the old brain? I'll give you a little taste of what's going on in here. Do you guys remember the musical group, the band, Black Eyed Peas? Yeah. Pretty good. They made some hits. Fergie was in that. All right. I'm gonna get deep. I'm gonna get deep with you for a second here, so don't abandon me on this. Do you guys remember the other guy that was in Black Eyed Peas.
The light-skinned guy.
Light-skinned guy is taboo. I'm talking about the other guy in Black Eyed Peas. His name was Apple D. App. You guys remember Apple? Not Fergie. Or William. I'm talking about the Filipino man with the balding faux hawk. Apple D. App. Does everyone remember that guy? Okay. I spend like most of my time thinking about that guy. And I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to share. Regarding that specific subject. You can clap. You're allowed to. And that's okay. What else is going on? Sorry, I just threw up while standing here. There's no smooth way to transition out of that. Been thinking about finding a new job because my boss is like, you can't work here anymore. Not if you keep talking about Black Eyed Peas. Dude, jobs are crazy. Am I right? No, it's like job security is insane because you start a new position and you're like, all right, I really want to give it my all, and like you bust your ass and you know you want to make a good impression, and then you let off the gas for like 28 months. And then all of a sudden your boss just like, stop fucking talking about 2000s pop music. It's like, I don't know, it's got me a little nervous right now, because like, I don't want to go back to the streets and start selling horse again. And I don't mean that like as a euphemism for heroin. I mean, I used to actually sell illegal horse meat. Did. I sold on the street corner out of a tote bag that they gave me at a fun run. You know what's a lot less fun than running? Selling illegal horse meat. They don't teach you that in school. No, they don't. It's I try to stay out of trouble. I've been issued a number of citations for street racing in the last few years, which is crazy when you don't own a car. There was a period last July where almost every night you would find me down on Vine Street in OTR, and I'm just pulling up next to cars in denim shorts, no shirt, at stoplights. I'm like, we doing this or what? The arresting officer said it was the first time he ever issued a citation without a vehicle. It's really amazing. So, I guess in closing, if anyone has like $80 I could have after this, that would help out a lot. And in the meantime, please put your hands together for our next comic, ISO.
Keep making noise for yourselves. Keep making noise. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. I like to start myself off positive, right? I like to do that, right? So, ladies, if you spent today being the best woman you could be, make some noise. That's right. Fellas, and just as important, if you spent this week not getting caught cheating, make some noise. All right, it's been a bad week. All right, cool. Can't start off positive like I thought. But you know what, like the other random black guy, I don't know what to call him, like he said, it's Black History Month, right? And I thought about Black History Month. I don't know, I ain't gonna lie. Black History Month is kind of like Brittany Griner being locked up in Russia. Like, you care about it at first, but then you kind of like forget about it, kind of like down the way in life. Like, people really don't think about Black History Month. Like, all you really think about is Valentine's Day. Like, somebody came up to me, like after Valentine's Day and said, hey, you know it's still Black History Month? And you say to yourself, we still doing that? Is that something we still doing? I thought that was over. I thought that was over a long time ago, right? But you know what? Myself, I don't know if you look at me, I'm looking kind of corny. I almost didn't come in here because a guy was like, oh, pastor, what time does church start? I said, excuse me, I'm not here for church, sir. I'm doing comedy. I don't know what you're talking about, right? But then I looked at myself. I went to the bathroom. I looked myself in the mirror. I'm like, you do kind of look like Kirk Franklin, my boy. You're going to have to chill out on that, man. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I could be a pastor. I really could. And it's not because I'll forget your name. That's not why I think I might be a pastor. No, that's not it. It's not because I'll ask you for money. That's not why I think I'm a pastor. The reason I think I might be a pastor is, just like most pastors, I love single mothers. That's exactly what I like to do in my spare time. I love a single mother. I call our time together Bible study. So any single mothers trying to have Bible study, we can do that. That's the thing we can do, right? So I've tried that. I've also tried some other different stuff. I was like, you know what? I was talking to my lady friend, right? And my lady friend got mad at me and heard the words exactly, well, why would you even ask me to do something like that, right? And you know what it was I asked her to do? Cook. That's all I asked her to do. I asked her to cook a meal. She got mad at me for cooking a meal. Then she asked me questions I felt like were self-explanatory. Why should I cook for you? Because I'm hungry. Is that weird? What do I get out of this? To eat, we haven't eaten days. What are you talking about? Right? Right? So then she was like, fine, I'll cook for you, but you have to try something new. I was like, all right, cool, I ain't scared. What is it? Being faithful. You know what? We don't even have to cook in this house. We don't even have to touch a pot pan, actually. You know what? Homeless Shelter has good meals on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think we can go. We can do that together, man. So I'm into different stuff. I'm into older women now. Make some noise in the older women. Okay, well, I didn't expect a woman to do that, but all right. We'll take it, you know? I'm into older, and I'm not into just any type of older women. I'm into an older woman that uses words that people don't even use anymore. That's the type of older woman. I'm into older women that use the word rascal. That's what type of older woman I'm into, you know what I mean? This older woman's like, come in here, you little sexy rascal. All right, I'm gonna come in here. You just said rascal, that does something to me, you know what I mean? I'm into her because older women do things that these young girls just don't do, sir. Did you know that? Yes, I can tell by your mustache. You knew that, right? Right? Older women do things like buy you a wallet from JCPenney. They do stuff like that. How do I know? Because I got my doctor's wallet right here with me right now. I know that. They love that. I got this older woman, and you know what? She's asked me to do something that no woman has ever asked me to do before in their life. She came over, I went over to my house, she cooked my favorite meal. After I got out of daycare, I went straight to her house, right? And she cooked my favorite meal. Chopped hot dogs, right? Applesauce, milk, everything I love, right? Even had my favorite bunny pajamas out. I'm like, woman, you love me. You love me, right? Then afterwards, she had me go upstairs. And she said, I'm sitting on the end of her bed. I'm sitting on the end of her bed and she started massaging my shoulders. This did something to me. So she's massaging me. I'm like, come on, stop. That tickles a little bit. Stop, right? So then she lays the question on me. She's like, boo, are you free tomorrow? And I'm like, yes, I am. Like, why would you ask, right? And then she laid it on me. She's like, well, if you free tomorrow, can you take me to get a life alert? I said, a life alert? Woman, I've never asked that before. I said, where can we find one from, right? Then she gave me the AARP code, so I'm buying my girl a life alert at the end of this day, right? So before I end, this has been great. White guys, I got a joke specifically to you guys. White guys, I appreciate you guys because you guys have stayed the same throughout all of history. What? White guys treat their girls, their kids, and their penis all the same. They beat them until they feel better. You know, this has been... You know, I feel like I can get off on that note. Shout out to your next comedian, the funny guy. Give it up for Christian Grant.
up, everybody? How you doing tonight? What's up? My name is Christian. I'm no longer single, baby. Yeah. I'm seeing a woman. Her name is Rain. My name is Christian. Christian Rain. Christian Rain. Shut the fuck up, all right? Christian Rain. I'm not in a relationship. I'm in a religious rock band somehow. We love in the name of Jesus, I guess. I don't know. Jesus is in our love life. And this is not what I meant by introducing a third. So, I don't know. I love her. I love her. I love her a lot. She keeps me mature. You know, she'll like, you never know how immature you are until someone's like around you to constantly observe you, you know? Like, I found out I ate like shit. She's like, yo, Christian, you eat like shit. I'm like, that's not true. Every day I eat fruit. She's like, it doesn't count if it's rolled up. I love her. I'm happy. I'm excited for this Valentine's Day. I was talking to someone about Valentine's Day, and they're talking about intimacy, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing. If someone tells you that they have ED, make sure they clarify which one. I thought I was supporting my friend about his eating disorder. I was like, look, I know it's hard. He's like, it's actually not. You think that's awkward? I offered to help, okay? I don't know. It was awkward, but at least it wasn't the other way. At least I didn't confuse it the other way, you know? I didn't confuse his eating disorder for erectile dysfunction. Because the eating disorder, that's the opposite problem. That's when you can't keep it down. I actually think that's how you should clarify it. You know, like, oh, you have ED, which one? You can't keep it up or can't keep it down? Am I not a genius? I have ED. Shit, I got both kinds, depending how drunk I am. I have both kinds. Here's a solution for both kinds. For me, personally, Paula Deen. Paula Deen, Rachel Ray, girl on girl, slather in a turkey. I'm the turkey. No, I have an eating disorder. I can't stop eating pussy. All right, have I buried myself yet? I was watching a video about a guy. He was keeping a list of names to call white people, and they were pretty funny. Like Powder Ranger. It's pretty funny. Cloudy with a chance of colonization. There's some other funny ones, but as I was watching it, I thought they were funny. I just realized like none of them like hurt me. You know, like I didn't get hurt by them. I realized that like there's not a name for white people that can hurt them the same way that like the N-word might hurt black people. It's not like that. Like white people can't get hurt because of their race. So if you want to hurt a white person, don't go for the race. Go for their nationality. Because if you call me honky, I'll be like, yeah, but if you call me French, I'll be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I'm a full-blooded American, goddamn. I was born from a cheeseburger. I was thinking, like, where do you think gay accents come from? Because I had to come from somewhere, you know? Like, it didn't come, like, the first gay human wasn't, he didn't have it. He didn't, like, come out of the cave like, ooga booga! Like, he didn't do that. Although that would be pretty cool if he was, like, because that's a whole new meaning of coming out of the cave, if you know. I don't know. I think there's got to be something to that. I also like to think that the first gay person was also the first gay person to wear cheetah print. I don't know. Where do gay accents come from? Well, better yet,
what did gay people sound like before France was a country? You know what I mean? You're right, this joke was all just another slight at French people. Fuck you, French! All right, that's my time. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Rand Barnacle!
One more time for Christian, everybody. Come on, Daddy, clap them. Clap your hands, lady. You do, white hat. Good. Clap them, nasty. You guys all work at the same gas station? What's wrong with you? Gross Crew, what's up, Top Knot Tank? Listen, I don't have a lot of time. What do you think is the wildest thing you can do to somebody sexually? Yell it out. Be proud. We live in the day. 69. You think 69ing is the wildest thing you can do? Well, this pervert just said that's child's play, which is... That's sketchy. What about you, Bashful? What do you think? What's the wildest thing you can do to somebody sexually?
I think you could shove your dick down.
Hey, Nick, call the fucking police. This man just said shove and dick. He sat over here quiet the whole time, not laughing at anybody, and then the first sounds out of his mouth is, I think you could shove your dick? No, finish it.
Down their throat and then
You
make
shove-
them choke so it comes out their nostrils.
You're fucking sitting next to him. You don't like that, do you, Sergeant Pepper? When he was saying, I think you could shove your dick into their throat until cum comes out of their nostrils. Well, have you ever had sex? Any of you ladies claiming this? I mean, he's handsome, but he's disgusting. He's a pig. Every time his birthday comes up, you're like, oh God, he's gonna fuck my ass. He's gonna fuck me up the ass, isn't he? All right. Well, I'll tell you mine since you grossed everybody out. I think the wildest thing you can do sexually is a mid-afternoon sober 69. Pretty fucking wild. Because everybody's like, women's bodies are beautiful. It's like, not with the direct sunlight on their asshole. No, it isn't. They're pigs. They're disgusting pigs. That's the way you know if a woman truly loves you, is if you're 69ing her and she goes, you get on top. What a revolting bitch. For a guy to get on top so you can Spider-Man style eat her pussy? That sucks. That's disgusting. I'm sick of as a straight white dude. Boo, boo! I'm sick of being a straight white dude, and the whole shit with us is like, we're supposed to take pussy however it's presented to us. Like, women will be like, I just got out of the river. And you're like, no, go wash up. Go wash up, that's my penis. Or period sex, goddamn. Got quiet. Period sex is absolutely fucking pig shit. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Even the most horny man here. You like period sex, pervert? You like it? Probably. You're like, I'll get the tampon out of my mouth. Probably. Period sex is fuck. I'm better than it. I'll say that. I'm better than fucking someone on their period. Yeah! One disgusting woman. Yes! How are you gonna put my favorite thing in the world and then just put blood all over it? And be like, go ahead? It feels wronger. Plus, nobody wants to like suck my dick if it bleeds once a month. All of a sudden. God, I had one more line. God, it was a ripper. Something about women being revolting. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you, everybody. Fantastic. Keep it going for your next comic, Jeff Mintz, everybody. Jeff Mintz, you're fucking up, baby. You are fucking up. Jeff Mintz, everybody.
All right, y'all. So first of all, I want to start out by saying I look like what would show up at your house if you ordered Joe Rogan off of Wish. Or if I'm a grown-ass motherfucker from a Make-A-Wish Foundation and ain't got my wish in. Wait. Anyway, man, dating's hard nowadays, man. Like, one thing I like, normally motherfuckers are like, yo, I don't want a girl with kids. Fuck that. Give me a girl with kids. That way I know she can reproduce. Science ain't there yet, y'all. We beat it. But anyway. Oh, shit, man. I'm so broke, man. I went to Aldi's the other day. I didn't have a fucking quarter to put in the fucking cart. I was panhandling out front like, hey, yo, my man. You see this broke down quarter over here? 25 cents. It'll give me a fucking trip around the whole fucking store. Like, I'll be good. Look, growing up with a receding hairline is like growing up with an alcoholic dad. Like, he's just there in the background your whole life yelling shit like, you'll never make it to the top. You're a fucking failure. I don't know, man. Like, shit. God damn. This is my first time up here, y'all. I don't know if I'm committed to that. What's that?
What's the real name?
Who?
Jeff.
What's that? Oh, Joey. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm Joey Bitch. Yeah, fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Look. I feel like deaf people have the best marriages because you ain't going to listen to her shit. You just sit there like, you'd be like, you just slam your eyelids closed like, this conversation is over. Anybody that's offended, they can't fucking hear me. You know what I mean? Just slam them eyelids closed like, ugh. Look, if it came down to being deaf or blind, I'd rather be fucking deaf, because if I was blind, I would never know if my asshole's clean. Just be walking around with a crusty butt, like fucking cutting the shit out of them ass cheeks, like, ugh! Oh man, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, look, my grandma had 15 kids. I come from a big family. I got 32 fucking first cousins and 36 second cousins. A lot of them are over here. Look, I just fill this fucking place up, y'all. So look, I asked my grandpa, I was like, yo, why did you have so many fucking kids? He was like, well, your fucking grandma was hard of hearing, so I'd be like, you wanna go to bed or what? And she'd be like, what? So basically my grandpa's a fucking rapist, y'all. He was just fucking getting it in when she said what, like every time, like. Oh, shit. Yeah. So, the cats, a cat is a fucking design flaw with God. Like, the asshole is just always showing. Like, the fucking tail's up in the air. Motherfuckers walking around like, the fuck? Look, my favorite thing to do is to fuck with people, man. Like, I've always wanted a fucking pit bull named Brad Pitt, so I could just be out at 5 in the morning, like no dog showing. I'd just be like, Brad Pitt, They'd be like, that motherfucker's out there every day at 5 in the morning yelling Brad Pitt. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. Anyways, that's my time. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Squid is up next.
Joey, everybody, let's let him hear it. Hell yeah, that was your first time?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude, that was good. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joey was funny, but isn't he built like a fast pedophile? You know what I mean? Like the Amber Alert comes on the phone, he's like, what car is he in? He's on foot. Okay. I got no room to talk, dude. I look like the ghost of Milwaukee's best. Look like on the weekends I go to the Grey Wolf Lodge and go swimming in my jeans. Oh, man. I was in a long-distance relationship one time, and my girlfriend got mad at me because I came too fast during phone sex. She just texted me and she was like, hey, do you want to have phone sex? And then I replied, I'm done. Want anything from the fridge? It's all caps. That's how I come. I'm done. I have finished. Was it good for you? I'm just getting grosser and grosser. Like, as I get older, I'm just getting more gross. It sucks. Like, I was walking through this parking lot and I saw this perfectly good box of cheese sticks. And then out loud, I was like, if only it weren't raining. Yeah, dude, I'm judging the weather on whether I eat shit off the ground or not. And I don't trust weathermen, dude. Weathermen are a bunch of crooks, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They're saying it's gonna drizzle, taking food out my mouth, you know what I mean? I'm a bit of an activist, you know? Like, I care about my community. That's why I only watch local porn. Yeah, when I watch porn, I go to the search bar and I'm just like, Cincinnati, Ohio, Montgomery, Go Bananas parking lot. That's the only ones that I'm gonna watch because I want it to be people I know, okay? I want to run into them at the store, you know what I mean? Oh, that's so disgusting. I saw probably my favorite article that I've ever read, like definitely top 10 out of the 7 articles that I've read. It's definitely this one. It was titled, Man Charged with Assault for Beating Up Another Man with a Rat. My man beat up this other dude with a rat. You know how mad you gotta be to catch a rat and then beat somebody half to death with it? Or do you think he just like had it on him? It's like a Ratatouille kind of situation. He gets real mad at somebody, he's like, I'm sorry, little chef. Or he just ties 2 rats together at the tail and just makes like rat chucks. He's playing Bruce Lee in tennis and shit. Oh, fuck. I've been donating blood. Not because I have to. I'm still, they're not gonna turn off my lights, okay? I don't need this money. But I do feel a little bit bad, you know, like selling my body for a very little amount of money. Makes me feel like a bit of a blood slut. Little blood whore, you know? And sometimes I don't want to do it, so like I'm my own blood pimp. You know what I mean? Like I just gotta like sit in the chair and like if I don't want to, I'll be, oh, I don't want to be like, get in the chair, you know? Like yeah, get in the chair. I don't know why my pimp's Italian and shit. I mean, maybe you feel good, we'll get you some ravioli, you know? Now just sit back and let the marinara come out your veins. Yeah, just lay back and let him stick it in me for a little bit of money. I said, whoa. He sticks it in, and I'm like, what are you doing, step doctor? And he goes, I am not a doctor. Right? I mean, I worked at Arby's before this, dude. Hey, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. Coming up to the stage, you're going to love it. Mr. John Bunyan.
I'm a lot like ISO. I like older women. Not older than me. I like them still breathing. Some of y'all might be intimidated seeing a big old white man up here in front of you, in your face. Might think I'm about to rob you of your voting rights or your reproductive rights. I was already old when I started doing stand-up, and not this old. But the gap between me and the younger comics was smaller. Like I liked hanging out with them, and I think they used to see me as a father figure, you know, in the sense that they had no respect for me. Asked me to stop hanging out with them. Got mad when I promised to take them to King's Island and got drunk instead. I could hear him, like sometimes I would hear him behind my back talking and going, dude, he's so old, he could be my dad. And I'd turn around and go, yeah, I could be your dad. That's what your mom told me right before you were born. Now, it's like I could be their grandpa, and, you know, my son might have banged your mom is not a good part, so just forget it. This is how old I am. I've been married to the same woman for 43 years. So I wasn't waiting for applause, I was just trying to remember why. That's not nice, no. We aren't together because we still love each other. You know, but it's, I mean, after a long time, you argue a lot, you know, there's still tough times. You know, if you meet those married people that you hear them on the news, they're like, we've been married for 80 years and we've never had an argument. No, you have Alzheimer's. The only thing you remember is what you wrote down in that notebook, and that's, you know, you can't be together with somebody for decades and not have little arguments and stuff. I mean, we argue about small stuff though, you know. It's never anything serious. But it's like sometimes my wife will say to me, hey, make sure that I get up at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Or hey, don't let me forget to call my mother. And I'm like, I'm not your secretary, you know, you can just say the same thing and just put hey Siri in front of it, and that's, you know, that'll work. And then I come to find out she has been saying hey Siri for 4 years and I just didn't notice. I'm just a man with selective hearing. And when she's talking, I'm probably looking at my phone, somebody's OnlyFans or something, I don't know. But it's hard, you know, to keep a marriage alive for a long time, to keep romance going. Like this is where we're at after 43 years. You know, if it's late at night, one of us is standing there in our underwear going, hey, you want a piece of this? It's just leftover pie that we're, you know. It's in the refrigerator. try to keep things spiced up. And my wife reads Cosmo Grandma. And it said in there, it told her, you know, the key to keep the romance going is some romantic vacations. And so we tried that. Went to some nice places, Cape Cod, San Francisco. And it was great. It worked. The sex was great. We just can't afford to keep taking those separate vacations. Anyway, that's it for me, you guys. Thanks very much. Keep it going for Brad Weir.
That too jarring of a transition there. We got Andre the Giant to Sid the Sloth's body double in a live-action movie. So for the last year, I've been working a remote job for a year and a half, and I was thinking during that, what would be a good way to meet new friends? Because I know this by yourself all the time, all day on the computer. So I joined a group which most of my friends are probably deserving to be in, and probably the rest of you, it's called AA. Or as much of what I call it is alcoholics announcing it. For those who do not shut the fuck up. We get it, Mike, you hate your wife. So during that, it's an experience, but no, I'm making it up, of course I won't do that. Anyway, so when I drink, I love the booze, and during it feels like sometimes you have a superpower. And for some people, a superpower might be really funny, really nice. I have a superhero name, they call me Bob, which is blacked out Brad. Or, as my friends call me, a fucking asshole. And, it's not a great superpower, but I learned how to teleport. So it's 1 minute, hang out with my friends, we're having a great time. The next minute, I'm in my bed with the fat girl and I lost my wallet. I digress, it could be better. So I don't know if you guys heard, which I'm sure you have, but last week they shot down a balloon in Montana, a Chinese spy balloon. Who the fuck was in charge of that? You think someone in China was like, they got weed out there. That'd be good. It's like, they mean that people get excited for fucking corn mazes? It's like, I don't know. I would just think if you're gonna pick a place, you could pick New York, California. Instead, they pick a place where like Aldi's is important. So, and it's like, I don't know, just the news sometimes now, it's like sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's mostly not. And I just saw this story about this person in Maine. He got married to this woman and he was having a great time. Right after the wedding, they were doing the dance after. And he thought it'd be a cool idea to show off, so he tried a backflip for the first time, breaks his neck. So can you imagine doing the second worst decision of your life right after the first one? You know the fucking dad was like, why the fuck did she marry him? She's like, honey, I knew we shouldn't have did this and paid for this shit. And she's like, I'm always right. So speaking of wheelchairs, I got a buddy who's apparently a pervert. In his spare time, he actually volunteers at the Special Olympics, which sounds good. But he was just saying, like, hey man, I know you're not doing much on the weekends. Maybe we could all go out and you could, like, join me for this, and we'll see like how that would go. And I was like, all right, well, cool. And then he was like, we got the best event this weekend. It's basketball. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go to that. So we're joining that. It's awesome, and it's so cool to see these kids so excited, so happy, and it's just amazing to see the joy on their face. And I'm like, they are easy to score on, though. I will admit, it's not that hard. And he was giving me shit because I gave up a layup. I was like, just because Timmy's wheeling it past me doesn't mean I'm supposed to. So Timmy scored 2 points. He won MVP. So right after him, I was like, dude, that's amazing. It's got to be one of the best feelings in the world. And he's like, it's really not, Brad. And I, well, what could be a better feeling than winning MVP in front of your peers? And he was just like, walking. I didn't do that to him. Leave me alone. Of course I never volunteered. So yesterday, there's a story going on about this guy who climbed the Sears Tower. And I was like, okay, I don't know how the fuck you do that without a rope or any sort of like safety harness or any of that. And when he was like, at the end of it, when he got interviewed by the police, he goes, I did this for pro-life activism. I'm Like, the irony is fucking crazy. Imagine a less pro-life action than climbing a fucking tower without a... So I was wondering, when those people do rock climb or whatever you have to do, like, what happens when they have to use the restroom? You just shit yourself? I mean, not figuratively, but maybe both. So it's always interesting to me when those people do that. I guess it's an adrenaline junkie. They're trying to get excited. They're trying to feel something in life. It's like, you could just touch a woman. So, have you guys here? I'm sure you have, where LeBron just set the all-time scoring record. So last week I was at a hotel with my parents. We went to go see the Pacers-Lakers game, which was fucking awesome. And when we went there, great time, awesome. They won at the end, perfect. And at the end of it, we went out to get drinks after. We're out for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, having a good time. Great. And then right after that, they go like, we're going to go in. We're going to go kick it in our hotel room. And you're like, okay, I'll just stay out a couple more drinks. Against all odds, I somehow convinced the lady to come back to my hotel room with me. And I kind of like, from my superpower, blacked out, came back into it, in the elevator. And in that elevator, I'm like, oh, I see the problem here now. And I was like, I'll figure this out. And then I got to the door, and didn't figure shit out. And opened the door, I'm like, well, maybe she'll be quiet. And then, we're pouring up wine, we're having a great time. And then all of a sudden, she's like, can you show me where the bathroom is? I go, yeah, it's just right down the corner. And all of a sudden, I just hear, ah! And she's like, there's an old man with his underwear on. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my dad. So then all of a sudden I just hear in the background, Bradley. And I was like, oh fuck, that's my mom. And so she goes, look, I'll go solve this. And I was like, no. And then it's too late. Then you just hear, out. And I was like, hey, Mom, out. And then she's like, okay, so I didn't get late. Anyway, that's my time, ladies and gents. This isn't a joke. Next up is Dick Dickerson.
We get a little bit more energy, goddammit. Hell yeah, man. Like he said, my name's Dick. I did not make this shit up. I don't think my mom and dad thought that shit outright. Because my daddy named Dick too. So they call him Big Dick. Around call me Lil Dick. Now if I keep the legacy going on, they'll call my son Baby Dick. I don't think y'all understand though, like how difficult it is to have that name. Listen, like, I don't know if y'all understand, like when your mom is in the middle of Walmart, she's like, Lil Dick. Get your little dick ass over here. That was last week. Fuck. For real, man. Like my friends, they don't really like hanging out with me because like my name don't come up right in conversations. Like what if I, you know what I'm saying, went to jail? You can't just be on Facebook talking about free Lil Dick. Let my boy Dick go. Real, man. And I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I'm not high right now. I'm just, I'm a pull-out baby. I'm a pull-out, but what happened was my dad tried to pull out. A piece of sperm got cut off. So I don't have, like, things y'all have, like the muscles in my eyes to keep them open. For real, man, for real. I mean, I was working at Walmart. They thought I was slow. I'm not. I'm not. But something about Walmart, like the greeters, they're either old or they're a little slow. One day, they're like, Dick, we short. We need you to go up and greet. Now, I know I ain't old. So y'all want me to be the slow one for today. Standing at the front door talking, hi, welcome to Walmart. Hi, welcome to Walmart. Girls looking at me like he thirsty as hell. Like, bitch, this is my job. I remember the first time they did tell me to go relieve the door greeter, though. He was in one of them wheelchairs, and it had the little control shit on there, right? Like, you know, he had one of them, and I was like, sir, I'll come to relieve you. He was like, you come to relieve me? I'm like, yeah. And he just jumped out the chair and walked to the break room like, I've been waiting for a motherfucker to give me a break. I said, bro, what the? So the wheelchair is sitting there. I'm looking at the wheelchair looking at me. I sit down on that motherfucker, throw my Cash App sign on the right side. I get the welcome to Walmart. And sometimes I make them feel real bad, and I just run into the wall like, yeah. But it was crazy because when motherfuckers was stealing, they would just push me out that motherfucker. I'm on the ground like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I made enough money to buy some liquor at the bar later on that night. Sure did, that's what I did. For real, man, thank you for that. I like to, leave a message before I leave the stage, man. I like to be a vessel or something. So my message is, ladies, suck your man's dick. Hell yeah! I done had that shit go wrong on me before though. Right? So she giving me the head. I don't know how it go, but she giving me the neck rotation. I'm like, babe, I'm about to come. She's like, you about to come? I said, hell yeah. This bitch pulls my dick out her mouth and points it towards me. Now, I seen the cum coming. Well, I couldn't get the fuck out the way, and the shit that hit me all in the face, y'all, to this day, y'all, my skin been cleared in the bitch. My name's Dick Dickerson. I'm gonna bring the next comedian up, Chris Seamer.
Hey, one more time for Dick, everybody.
Who doesn't love a little dick? And oh goddamn, brother, you got me all fucked up now. Anyway, fella, let me. Who's my animal people in the room? Any animal fans? Yeah. That's just like saying give it up for the troops and then vamping a little bit while I get this shit all right. I grew up with animals, with pets. I grew up with horses. Any horse fans out there? Where's my horse folk? Any equestrians in the crowd? Yeah, I smelled y'all coming in. Horses are the worst goddamn animals to ever fucking keep around. People that love horses have never cleaned a horse stall. That shit sucks. And horses are the dumbest animal out there. You know that horses are the only animal that will eat themselves to death. If they get out into a grain bin, they'll eat themselves till their stomachs rupture. That's funnier than shit, ain't it? Well, here's the thing. I started like riding horses and shit when I was in 5th grade. All the girls liked horses, right? So I got into horses for the pussy, like everyone else. Why wouldn't you? But here's the bad news, folks. I didn't have a horse. I had a pony, and no one is getting pussy on the back of a pony. Okay, I just clip clop up there. I had to fuck kids. That's what you got. God damn it, Rand. He said, say it. It's just a joke. They're gonna know you didn't fuck kids. You didn't know, did you? Also, by the way, just so you know, I was a kid at the time. I wasn't fucking adults either, all right? Thanks, man. Appreciate you, bud. Son of a bitch. Oh, this is great, man. I love that you're sitting right up front. My man does a set and then just sits down and just looks at me and goes, your turn. It's not nerve-wracking, Dick. Come on, man. I got some bad news the other day, or some news that doesn't feel good. My girlfriend told me the other day I have a habit. She says she calls it a case of the memes. I have sleep apnea, and I stop breathing, and then apparently I just start going me 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 me, and then I just go ugh. And apparently that's usually followed with like a titty fondle or something like that. And she's like, hey, okay, let's do that. What's going on? And then she looks back, and I'm just going to fucking town on myself already. I'm sleep jacking. I got sleep fapnea. That's no good. Here's the thing. I'm 40 years old. I've never had a wet dream in my life. I know. Oh, yeah. I've cheated myself on the human experience. I've never had a wet dream because I figured out how to manually extract the poison myself before the good Lord saw it fit to steal it in my sleep from me. But that reaction over there said it all. Oh, yeah, exactly. I've cheated myself. I've had sex with so many people in my sleep that I didn't deserve, okay? All the superstars, yeah, I've been there, but never to completion. The alarm always goes off, mom comes in the room, the wife wakes you up. I was married once upon a time. Can't believe it didn't work out. Anyway. So I never got to fully blow my trumpet, if you will. And I know that about myself now. So apparently anytime I'm in like a sexual situation in my sleep, I'm just like, go on, get your fucking go, get it going, get the crank going, and it's, yep, there it is. It ain't great. Thank you so much. It's an embarrassing thing. I will say, I think I'm doing her a disservice. She's a really great gal. She's a little nutty. We do this new game. I know. Okay, I've backed up on myself, haven't I? We do this new game now where every time like we see this new girl in a bar that she doesn't know, she looks at me and she goes, "Did you fuck her too?" Thanks so much, sweetheart. I've never won that game. Sorry, I played a lot of games when I was an undrafted free agent. I started doing stand-up comedy 11 years ago after my wife left me for my best friend. I've been some places since then, you know what I mean? I remember one night I was hooking up with this girl, and that does sound a little cheap. We were dating, we'd seen each other for a while. But we were out one night getting some drinks, we were all drunk, we were getting in each other's guts for a couple hours, and then we were sleeping. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and there was another naked, drunk guy in the bed with us. Have you ever woken up in the middle of your own porn search? Has that happened to you before? Wow! Which one of us is gonna come in her, and which one of us is gonna eat it back out of her? And then the credits roll, right? Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. I'm Chris. Enjoy the wings. All right, let's keep this thing going, man. Make a lot of noise for your next comic. My buddy Nick Hickton, everybody.
Yeah, give it up for Chris Seymour, too, the most divorced man of all time. Clap it up for him. Hey, sweet dreams tonight, partner. Hopefully it happens. Hey, if we clap hard enough for him, maybe he'll come tonight. Let's give a little round of Chris Seymour. Right on. Yeah, I had a busy day today. I went to the art museum in town here because, I don't know, dude, I gotta learn something at some point, you know? Like, I can't keep sitting at home memorizing like Call of Duty maps. Like, I'm trying to learn. And I don't know, man. My biggest fear is growing up and like never being any, like, am I just gonna be this dumb forever? Like, it's scary, man. Like, I don't see how you guys do it, but dude, stone faces from him. It's all cool. Yeah, I went to the art museum and I started with the ancient art, right? And I don't know if you guys are connoisseurs of art, but like ancient art, it's all just stones that caveman like carved boobs into. So there I am jacking off in the ancient art. Right? Like I learned that the oldest piece of art of all time is 40,000 years old, and it's just a stone with like kind of big titties, little tummy, some butt back here. That's crazy to me because if art is like human expression, the first thing that humans wanted to express was, I need a thick bitch like this. Any of these around here? No, I just think it's funny that like that, because they're just fucking around, right? Like all these historians are going up, around now, and they're like, this is like their religion or whatever. But I think it's just a couple fellas just, like hanging out back in the days. Like I put titties on that mountain up there. And now there's like people on the History Channel like what? How did those titties get up there? What were these people thinking? Why is it so sticky on Titty Mountain? All right, that's new. I lost some of you guys on that. That's cool. Turns out I'm hornier than Chris Seymour. Right on. Hey, do you guys remember when 50 Shades of Grey was popular? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. That was a big time in my life, because that was the only time my mom and I were horny at the exact same time. I didn't read it, but my mom did. Isn't it funny that, like, romance novels were, like, really popular? Like, back in the day, you'd be like, yeah, mom's upstairs reading a romance novel, but really she was up there, like doing all That's how they do it, right? Way out here screaming. No. But 50 Shades of Grey, that was like a big time. Because like, that was when those romance novels kind of came out more in the open. You know what I mean? Like I remember being in middle school and seeing like my buddy's mom with them. You know what I mean? And you see your friend's mom with that, you make fun of him, like, dude, your mom's a slut. Yo, Tommy's mom's a slut. And then you go home and your mom's reading it. And you gotta be like, she's a bookworm. All right, that's why she has those handcuffs in her bedroom to keep her from reading. Yeah. Yeah, but my mom would just read that, like 50 Shades of Grey, just like out in the open, just like on the living room. She's sliding off the couch. She's reading it, she's like, I wish my husband would do that to me. And my dad's sitting in the corner eating pizza off his stomach. My girlfriend's really into romance novels, and I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on me, because, she's like really into the words, right? So whenever we're sending like flirty texts back and forth, I feel like I'm doing homework. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm writing an essay. Because she gives me writing prompts. She's like, describe what you'll do to me. And I'm like, according to Wikipedia, I'll eat your pussy. I think that's why, like, there's guys out there that send unsolicited dick pics. They're just bad writers. You know what I mean? They get frustrated. They're like, fuck it. How's this for a works cited? All right, that's where I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you. That was fun. You guys are great. Thank you. Show a lot of love to your next comic, Colleen Smith.
Thanks, Nick. That's my son sitting right there. So awesome mom masturbating jokes. A few years ago, I had trouble sleeping. So I went to the doctor and I was prescribed Ambien. You know where this is going. Ambien, for those of you who don't know, is a sleep aid. Helps you get to sleep super fast. You stay asleep, you wake up super refreshed. I love it. But with Ambien, there's like a 30 to 40 minute lag time from between when you take it and when you fall asleep. And so I would take it, go in bed, and like play on my phone until I fell asleep. Or so I thought. It was within this time that I was introduced to Ambien Colleen. And the problem with Ambien Colleen is she looks just like me. She knows all the passwords on my phone. She knows how to take pictures and SMS text message. She can get online. She has made entire Kroger click lists, sent copious amounts of Baby Bell cheese to my house, which is rude because she knows I'm wildly lactose intolerant. She once made an entire Facebook page called Book Club. She invited 60 people to my home for drinks and dinner and something called Book Club, where these people would just come over and watch Teen Mom without guilt and shame. I knew nothing about this literally until the next day, and I was getting texts and replies from people being like, Oh my God, that sounds like fun. I'm totally in. The most egregious thing Ambien Colleen has done, though, involves PNC fraud protection. I got a call, I was at work, and it's the lady from PNC, like, Ms. Smith, we need to go over your account. There's been some, suspicious activity. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah. On Monday, did you spend $56 at BP? Yeah, I got gas, I don't know, like, sure. Did you spend $9 at Starbucks and then another 16 at Starbucks on the same day? Yeah, I went twice. On that same day, did you also spend $43 at Taco Bell? Okay, now, that was for a lot of people. That was literally me making dinner for my husband and I. Miss Smith, did you spend $200 on merchandise from the Harry Styles website? Yes, I did. And I feel a little attacked by this. No problem, Miss Smith. Just one more. Did you spend $307 last night to Shutterfly? Shutterfly, where you get pictures printed, your Christmas cards printed. No, it's January, that's not me. No problem, we'll flag this as fraud and we'll reissue a new card, no problem. Great. So I hang up and I go to the app and I'm like, all right, vacation pictures, obviously. And there's the Christmas pictures and there's $307. Fun story. Several years ago, I thought it would be fun to do glamour shots. I thought it would be fun to do glamour shots, but funny to do them in lingerie as a sweaty, drunk David Hasselhoff vibe with Big Macs, French fries, and whatnot, right? First of all, it was funny. Second of all, they're amazing. They are so amazing that Ambien Colleen spent $307 getting those images custom printed on can koozies. You can't cancel stuff after 24 hours, so I was stuck with that. 2 weeks later, I got a box from Shutterfly, and I don't take Ambien anymore. Just a quick show of hands, who is a little skeptical of this and who's thinking this sounds a little maybe improbable? Is that your drink? Ma'am, this is no joke. Here's your souvenir from Ambien Colleen.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your next comic, Faith Mueller.
One more time for Ambien Colleen. Mic drop. Yes. One more time for everyone you've heard so far tonight. Round of applause for yourself. Oh my God, this is the best crowd ever. Having a great week. I've been in a lot. I've been home. Cold. I've been watching TV. I watched the best documentary the other night, and this documentary was awesome. It was about the biggest retirement village in the world, in Florida, of course. The biggest retirement and biggest nursing home, and these people were awesome. They were all so fucking old, 70 to 100 years old. Yeah, and they were polka dancing. And they were golfing. They were just there was a lady who's like, oh, I've always wanted to belly dance. And she did it, and she was good at it. These people were awesome. They were fucking. They were people they interviewed were there's a big STD problem here. There's so much unprotected sex. So many street drugs. These people were amazing, and I was like, I can't fucking wait to retire. These people are awesome. I'm gonna go down there and be with them. And then I remembered that I don't get to go down there and be with them. they're gonna be dead. And I have to retire with the same motherfuckers I hang out with right now. And it's not gonna be fun. We're all gonna be doing the same stuff. We're gonna be sitting around, passing around our vape pens, listening to Joe Rogan, talking about cryptocurrency. Just gonna be girls and women, old ladies in the back tattooing eyebrows on each other. Everyone in the retirement home, everyone in the nursing home is gonna be named Ashley, Brandon, Justin, Jessica. And all of our nurses are gonna be named Paxton, Jackson with an X, Ryder, Rifle. We're all gonna be sitting around, just reminiscing, talking about Kickstarters and GoFundMes. We're gonna be like, oh yeah, Jason has pancreatic cancer. We better start a GoFundMe for him. The nurses are gonna be like, your generation is very fucked up. You guys didn't have any type of insurance or savings. GoFundMe? What's wrong with you? Like, yeah, we didn't have insurance, but we had webcam models. We invented cyber sex. We had, it was real sexy. There were real ladies pulling up their crop tops, showing their titties for Bitcoin. We had it made. We didn't have all those nasty polyamorous gangbangs like you nurses have. Nurses are gonna be like, oh my God, Mr. Justin, please stop. Can you just go in the other room and play Cards Against Humanity with Ashley and Brandon? Like back in my day, we used to chant, let's go, Brandon. But we weren't encouraging young men named Brandon. Oh no. We were saying, fuck the president, because he took our guns. We're gonna be like, Mr. Justin, I took your guns. You are very dangerous and hostile. Look, I wasn't gonna do this, but I knew you weren't supposed to have any more screen time today, but I went ahead and downloaded Candy Crush and every episode of The Office on this iPad for you. Please calm down, you're gonna have a heart attack. I learned something really cool the other day, that last month, the pornographic film 2 Girls, 1 Cup is now 16 years old. Came out, yeah! Well, it came out in 2007. 16 years old. You remember 2 Girls, 1 Cup? It was that film with those 2 girls. Yeah, and then ice cream cone, and they took it and they you know what they did in it. And they, oh, you want to tell? I'm a lady. You tell us what.
No, you tell.
You tell.
It's your time.
No, they took it and I think you know better than I do. And then they look and then they ate it. And we were not ready for that. We were like, oh, we weren't ready for that in 2007. I wish that would have come out in 2023 because we would have been like, do not kink shame them. Whatever happened to women supporting women? Sex work is real work. Thank you so much for listening. That's been my time. Yes. Coming up to the stage right now is an awesome comedian, a great guy. You can find him all over the city. He runs amazing shows. Put your hands together for Wayne Memeth!
Thank you, everybody. Clap one more time for her. Shh, be very quiet. No, you don't have to. You can clap again. Clap if you want. Now stop. All right. I want to tell you guys about the time that I should have been human trafficked. I was with my wife on vacation. We were on a cruise. We took a cruise to the south somewhere. I don't know, I'm bad with geography. And we stopped at 2 of the Virgin Islands, and then we stopped at San Juan. On the Virgin Islands, my type A wife decided to have an excursion that used all of our time. But in San Juan, that was my place. That's Dad's town. That's where I want to hang out. and I want to go wandering. So we get off in San Juan, and we start wandering the streets until we turn down too many alleyways, and we get to a mofongo place in a back alley, and we decide to eat there. That's mistake number one. We went down too many alleys for not living here. We gotta stick to main roads. And we sit down and we start to eat, and our server is helping us, and we start talking with them because we're on vacation. We're white people. We like to talk to people. I'm wearing Robin's Egg shorts and a salmon-colored shirt. Too many buttons on button with a necklace on. I never wear necklaces. And our server's name is Flipper. That's not translated to anything. That's Flipper. And he had a Rick and Morty flat bill cap on. So I knew we were in good company with Flipper. And as we're talking, Flipper tells me that he's an aspiring stand-up comedian. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, I'm also a female body painting artist. You don't have to say female. We know why you're a body painting artist. No one becomes a body painting artist for Dudes Day. No one's excited for Dudes Day. It's just a bunch of elephants and anteaters. Just painting your body to look like different animals, a monkey holding a banana or something like that. No one wants Dudes Day. You can just say you wanted to paint boobies, that's fine. So he's telling us, and we had a late lunch, and we were his last table, and afterwards we're like, well, where should we go? He's like, well, I stayed late because you guys were cool. Okay, now I don't trust your judgment. We're not cool. I'm a white person from America in Ohio. I'm not cool. Never been cool anywhere else. And but he says, I'm gonna go drink down at this bar down the street, and he offers to take us there as well. So we walk into this bar, and it's one of those bars that's decorated with dollar bills everywhere, just stapled dollar bills everywhere. I don't know if you've ever been to one of these. They're usually in Florida, but they're just stapled. I guess it's in case of a fire. I don't really know, but that's gonna go too. And it's just everywhere. And as soon as I walk in, I just start thinking, how do you dust dollar bills? How do you keep this place clean? Or do we just not care in Puerto Rico? We just don't care? Okay, so we're sitting at the bar drinking, and we're drinking what they have. It's coquito, and it's a coconut rum drink. And usually when you buy this in the store, it's a liqueur. It's like 5% alcohol. It won't get you drunk. But when you're in Puerto Rico, the bars make it themselves. You have no idea how much this is. We have no idea. So we're doing shots of coquito with Flipper in a dollar bill bar, and he's wearing a Rick and Morty flat bill hat. And we keep talking. And we still have some hours left, and he offers to take us to another bar, a rooftop bar. So we go there, we go to the rooftop bar, and on the way, I'm pretty sure we bought some drugs. I don't really know. We stopped at a place for a little too long. We sat on a picnic table and watched. And we go up to this rooftop bar, and it's a really nice rooftop bar. We walked up the elevator. We looked at the rooftop bar. It's packed. Of course it's packed. And he says his wife works there. He points at his wife across the restaurant, waves at her, points at us two, and then says, all right, we have to go. And then we left. We left the rooftop bar. We didn't get to hang out at the rooftop bar. And as we're leaving the rooftop bar, he says, you guys want to go get some tacos? I was like, do they have any at the rooftop bar? Can we go back up to that place and have tacos? So we're leaving, and he's telling us he's taking us to his friend's taco place. And we go, and he's taking us to his car. We should not get in his car, but we got into his car. We got into his car. His car had 3 different color panels on it. My wife sat in the back seat. It was a 2-door sedan. I don't care about her. And so I sit down in the front seat, and Flipper goes to start his car, and he pulls the screwdriver out and sticks it into the stick shift. And then he hot wires the car. And he turns it on, and Sandstorm starts playing too loud. And we're off. We're off to the races. We're off to find tacos. We stop at a gas station. Flipper has to fill up this Chariot with gas. And he gets out of the car, and he's going, and I hear him open up the cap, pull off the gas thing, go in, and it's just, cha-chunk, and that's it. The smallest amount of gas that's ever been put anywhere. And he puts it back, and he's going to walk into the store to pay or drop a couple pennies. I have no idea how this works. And it's at this point that my wife grabs me from the back seat very firmly. You know the wife grab, the very firm wife grab, and she says, we have to get the fuck out of here. We can't see the boat anymore. I am scared. And I'm like, why are you scared? She's like, you are trying to get us human trafficked. We left the location where people saw us go. We changed another location, saw his wife, gave him an alibi. We've been drinking liquor that has no ABV, and now we're in a car that starts by a screwdriver at a gas station, going to a taco place that may or may not be open. And it's at that point, it's in the movies where it goes, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, oh, fuck. Flipper comes back. He's walking out of the gas station and he's carrying 2 beers. I'm like, oh, good, I need a beer. And as I think that, he starts to chug one of the beers and then he hook shots it into the garbage can, opens up the other one, gets in his car, screwdriver back in, let's ride, Sandstorm back on. I turned Sandstorm down. I was like, Flipper, we have to get back to the boat. We need to go back to the boat. Can we please go back to the boat? He says, tacos first. So we're driving on the highway. I am very scared now. I am very scared. The boat is gone, and I'm driving on the highway, and we get to this gate. I don't know, just a gate. And he pulls up, and he gets out. It's not a parking spot. And he goes, oh, shucks, they're closed. And I'm like, oh, no. We're not getting back to the boat, are we? And he gets back in. I was like, Flipper, we've had a lot of fun. It's been great. Can we go back to the boat? And he just kind of starts driving. And then he takes us back to the boat. He's a little bummed that we're leaving. And as we get out, he turns down Sandstorm and says, you know, you really shouldn't get into cars in Puerto Rico. 1 out of 20 never come back. And then he turns it back up and we leave. And I am still friends with Flipper on Facebook. So, thank you. It's fun. I get to see all of his body painting. It's very fun. I am married. Give it up if you're married. That's it, yeah, good. Tentative, always tentative. Nobody likes it. Oh yeah, one happy person who got married yesterday. Congratulations. Congratulations on your recent nuptials. I'm married to my wife. She's wonderful. She's very liberal, which is cool. I'm liberal too. You can be whatever you want to be. It doesn't matter. But she's what I call inconveniently liberal. She's like the type of liberal that makes you change your life for her morals. Like, she wouldn't let me eat at Chick-fil-A for a long time. And by didn't let me, I mean I still did and tried to never tell her. But I'm a stupid man, and I always keep the receipts to everything for no reason. I don't do my taxes, she does. And when I come home, I have the general man dump spot where we just put everything on a table that's right inside the door. Yeah, and she's nosy like every other woman that ever existed in the history of the world. And so she always pokes around, looking around, and she'd always find my Chick-fil-A receipts. And then she would write on the Chick-fil-A receipts, I know what you did, and leave it on my pillow like a mom who found porn in her son's room. And so we would fight about this all the time. We would fight, and finally we came up with a compromise. And that compromise is that whenever I eat at Chick-fil-A, I bring her the receipt, and then she donates that much money to the Human Rights Campaign to offset any evil that I might be doing by eating lunch. It's good, right? It actually works out in their favor because I know Chick-fil-A is not going dollar for dollar on hating on gays, right? They're keeping some of that for themselves, so we're really saints over here. But that streak goes both ways in a marriage. Marriage is all about compromise, and whenever I walk into a room and see her watching Teen Mom, I make a hefty donation to Planned Parenthood because that show is doing more damage to America than any goddamn chicken sandwich. God bless chicken sandwich, right? That's their whole deal. That's why they're closed on Sundays. They got a priest in the back blessing the pickles. The Catholic Church has a huge problem with attendance right now. Nobody wants to go to a boring-ass church anymore because we have TikTok on our phone. And I really think the Catholic Church and Chick-fil-A need to team up and start serving Chick-fil-A sandwiches as communion wafers. And I think we're all going to come back to church. I think we knew that was there. No churchgoers here. My wife came home a couple weeks into the pandemic. We just started, and she says we have to switch grocery stores. And I was like, why? And she said, because I got catcalled by an employee at Kroger. And I said, well, you shouldn't go to the grocery store dressed like a slut. And I did not say that. I promise you I did not say that. I know I'm still married. It's right there. I promise I didn't say it. I thought it really hard. It was up there. I thought it a lot. I thought a lot of it and didn't say it to her. Saved my relationship. And no, I said, you should have done what every white lady does and you should tell the manager. And she goes, it was the manager. And I was like, oh, okay. new grocery store, so now we go to a little community co-op, whatever, farmer's market where we get to get half our groceries at a time. It's a fun guessing game. You get to be real adventurous with your food. What kind of mushrooms are those? Never heard of them. I've never catcalled anybody before. I've never catcalled anybody. I know I've never catcalled anybody. And I know that no dude in here can say that they have been catcalled the way every woman in here absolutely has been catcalled. Just walking down the street, going to work, has a butt, just doop, doop, doop. Want to shout it out, oh, have a butt, nice butt, whatever. They just want to interrupt your day, and I know it makes you feel unsafe, and I know I've never catcalled anybody, but I'm not a hero, right? I've looked at a lot of butts, right? For sure looked at a lot of butts. We've all looked at butts, right? Tonight, look at butts. Clap if you looked at butts, right? If you're not clapping, you're fucking lying. You absolutely look at butts. You do look at butts. Everybody looks at butts. We've all been stuck on a crowded escalator at the airport. Just ass right in our face. We're not riding that escalator like this to avoid looking at someone's ass. Don't you look at my butt either, mister, like back there. We all look, we don't say, that's how the world works, that's fine. I've never catcalled anybody. I've never have, no, but I've dog called lots of people. No, that's not shouting at dudes, that's literally pulling up at stop signs and red lights, roll down your window and yell at people walking their dog. Hey, that dog's real cute. What kind of dog is that? It's real fluffy. Is it a puppy? Did you buy it, or did you shop, or did you adopt? What'd you do? Did it rescue you, or did you rescue it? What kind of dog is it? What kind of dog? Is it like treats? Does it have any allergies? I got all these treats in my car. Can I take your dog for a drive? Actually, let's switch. You want to take my car for a drive and I'll take your dog for a walk? Can we do something like that? People hate it. They hate it. It makes them very uncomfortable. If they don't like it, they shouldn't take their dogs for walks dressed like sluts. That's all. The dogs, not the people. We don't slut shame people at this club. We only slut shame animals. So, yeah. During the pandemic, during the pandemic, I feel like there's two types of people. As soon as we got past that first 2 weeks, when we were like, oh shit, we might be here for a while. I feel like there's two types of people. There's people that worked on themselves. You know, maybe took up a hobby or tried to better themselves. They worked on their passions, maybe did whatever, tried to make themselves a better person. And then there's people that worked on their house. And that's me. I worked on my house, did nothing to myself. I decided I wanted to fix my house. We'd bought our house 4 years earlier, and we were young adults. We never had time or knowledge to fix anything. So I thought, well, I have internet and Google. I'm going to fix all the shit I want to fix in my house. And I started with our upstairs bathroom. So our house has 2 stories. I'm not bragging. I know. In this economy, it seems like I am. We bought it in a dip. And the first floor bathroom, the one that the guests use, the one that anybody that comes to our house uses, came totally finished, decorated, beautiful. There's Italian marble in there. There's like patterns in the tile. You know, there's like 5 shower heads in there. But it's on the first floor, and our bedroom's on the second floor. So we never use that bathroom. We use the bathroom that's upstairs. It also has a motif. It's called dorm room. It's called the first shower that you ever had, and it totally sucks. It's just beige-ish yellow everywhere. It's got one of those plastic tub liners. It's got one of those shower nozzles that they have at the YMCA, that when you pull the plunger on the faucet, there's more water coming out of the faucet than there is out of the shower. You know, the kind where you have to like get down to get that good pressure, right? Like those people, they always have their feet really clean and the rest of their ass smells, whatever. But whatever, the rest of their body smells like ass. So I decided to fix all that. So I looked up Google. I said, how to make more water come out of the shower part, not the bathtub part. And I know it's very long, but it was the #1 hit on Google, and had a video exactly for me. It was a cool dude. He says, yo man, here's what you gotta do. You gotta go to the hardware store, get these parts, do this. So I go to the hardware store, I'm talking to the hardware person. I'm like, hey, I need to get these parts. And he's like, what parts? And I was like, this list of parts. He's like, what video did you watch? And I pull out my phone, and there we are in the middle of Ace Hardware watching the same video again, just rewatching it, and it gets me on my way. I get home, fix the shower, do all this stuff, but I upgraded. I took out the YMCA shower nozzle, and I put in a new nozzle. I put in one of them ropey ones You know, the ones with the rope so I can finally wash my asshole. You know, those, like, that's what makes me middle class is my ass doesn't smell like poop all the time. Like, that's... And it has 5 settings on this. It's got 5 settings on the shower head. The first setting is water the plants. It's very gentle. The second setting is water the plants, but they've been a little naughty and you want to make them feel it. Just a little bit harder. I don't know what it's for. The third setting is shower, the one that we'll leave it on for the rest of its existence. We'll never change it. The next one is pressure washer and too hard for skin. And the 5th one is pulsating pressure washer. And I'm explaining this to my wife and I tell her the settings, but I don't say pulsating pressure washer. I say, it has a masturbation setting on it, honey. And she looks at me and says, how do you use it to masturbate? My heavens, I don't think I do use it to masturbate, my lady. I think you are supposed to use it to masturbate, according to all of my research that I do in my lab. You might perhaps use it. And there I was, 2 weeks in the pandemic, mansplaining female masturbation with a shower head to my wife, so. Thanks, yeah. We fight all the time. Give it up if you fight. Clap if you're in a fight right now. Clap if you were fighting on the way to the club. Hell yeah, I love the honesty. Hell yeah. She stopped that real fast, yeah, right? My wife and I, we fight all the time. We fight all the time, but they're fights about nothing, but they last too long. You know those fights? We fight about the thermostat all the time. That's our #1 argument point. We will show up to parties, have the best time. People will be like, oh, Wayne and Courtney are really fun. I don't think they're talking to each other right now. We're that kind of vibe, and it's always about the thermostat, but we have the millennial version of this fight. We have a Nest thermostat. The Nest thermostat's the one that's on the wall. It's connected to Wi-Fi, connected to your phone. You can change the temperature from your phone, which is really convenient. The problem is that it's connected to both of our phones. She's at my house right now on Northside. I have my phone right here. We could just roast her alive if we wanted to. I just have to put in my Face ID. That's all we got to do right there. We could treat her like a frog in a boiling pot of water and turn it up a degree every minute until she notices. Spoiler alert, she'll notice right away. 1 degree, that's all it takes. I've already tried. She starts texting me. She'll be in one room turning the temperature down, and I'll be in the other room turning the temperature up, and it's just going back and forth on our Nest thermostat. It looks like a game of Pong going back and forth, just back and forth, back and forth. We did this so much that it stopped working. It stopped being an air conditioner. And again, I don't know how anything is, so I went to Google and I said, I'm sorry, I thought some people thought the show was over, but I'm still talking over here, so thanks everybody, appreciate it. So I went to Google and I said, hey, Google, how do I make my air conditioning be an air conditioning again? And it said, call the HVAC repair person. So then I said, Google, what does HVAC stand for? Because I had no idea. I thought the V was vacuums. I would have thought that they would have fixed my air conditioner and my Hoover. So the guy shows up to my house and he comes and he fixes and he's like, hey, where's the furnace? I was like, the outside one or the inside one? Inside one. Yeah, that one's downstairs where all furnaces are. So I don't know why you had to ask. You should have said, where's your basement? But all right, let's go on the scavenger hunt. So I show him to the basement. I'm like, it's probably one of those things over there. And he starts working on it. Of course he knows what it is. He's down there tinkering and I just didn't leave. I just stayed there and just watched. And then he came out and he said, your compressor's broken. I was like, compressor's broken? That sounds expensive. He said, it is. It's very expensive. And I was like, well, how do I stop that compressor from breaking again? And he's like, do you and your wife change the temperature all the time? I was like, oh yeah, all the time. He's like, compromise on the temperature. Compromise with your wife. And I was like, oh, did you just fix my marriage too? Do you want to add another letter onto that HVAC M? You fix heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and marriages. Thank you, Don. My wife likes to keep it at 66 degrees because she is almost the devil. I like to keep it at 69 degrees. Nice, exactly, right? It's a perfect temperature. It's a perfect temperature for partying, 69 degrees. It's really the only temperature for partying. 69 degrees, because 420 is way too hot to keep a house. That's fucking oven temperatures right there. My house does stay lit though, so. Hey, thank you guys so much. That's my time. You guys have been an incredible audience. It's been a long show. Let's get Gretchen back up here. See you guys next time.
Keep it going for Wayne Memmis and everyone you saw. Thanks so much for coming out, guys. We'll be over at Bell and the Bear if you want to come hang out. Make sure you check out the website, gobananascomedy.com. We got Chad Daniels this weekend, and tomorrow we got David Brooks here. So, yeah, if you want to hang out, we'll be over there. Get home safe. Thank you.